Wait a minute, what am I doing? Two men and a what? Two friends from film school, one who graduated, one who did, and they decided to make a podcast. Okay, this has never been done before, right? Okay. This is Matthew and Harrison's Two Men in a Movie. It's not what it sounds like.
To watch like a lot of MILF-based porn.
Sure.
So in my head, it's kind of like in the back a conception that like you start aging rapidly after 30 because that's when a woman becomes a MILF.
Sure.
And I forget that men don't have an expiration date, so I can see a handsome 50-year-old man. I'm like, oh, he looks great.
Sure. Women also don't have an expiration
No, I think as soon as
date.
women hit 50, they become like little babushkas. Right? Little babushka women.
No.
You know?
No. Not only do I disagree, I fundamentally don't know what you're talking about.
You know what?
Not babushka. I get the whole babushka, whatever. I don't get the thought process.
When I was like real little, like when my mom was still in her 30s,
Yeah.
she was like 5'9".
Sure.
And when she turned 40, she was like suddenly 5 foot.
Okay. So your sample size of one of a woman who got shorter?
Shrunk 9 inches
Sure.
on her 40th birthday.
Was she actually 5'9", or were you smaller and then you turned 10 and got taller and then you
I didn't grow that much. I came out at 5'5".
Okay.
The doctor had to pull me out like Laffy, like Taffy from a Taffy machine.
Yeah.
That's why my arms are so long.
Okay.
It's because it wasn't even like hard for her. It was just laborious. It's like when it's like, you know how like you have the big like a big shit and it's like rough to get out.
Sure.
That's a normal baby birth. Me, I'm just the long shit that like it's not like painful or exhausting. You're just like it's not stopping. It just keeps coming. This is one long turd. I'm gonna name him Matthew, which means gift of God.
I know what it means. You say it every episode.
Welcome to the Two Men in a Movie podcast, where each week one man shows another man a movie we can't believe he hasn't seen. As always, I'm your wonderful, wonderful, God-given host, Matthew Olenchek. Joined as always by my God-worshipping co-host and co-husband, Harrison Poole. Not a cannibal. How are you?
I'm all right. Was there dispute of my cannibalism?
I got into an argument online because someone's like, Christians are cannibals.
Oh,
and I said,
sure.
Catholics are cannibals.
Sure, yeah.
Protestants do not accept the miracle of transubstantiation. They are not cannibals.
Sure.
Do you think you're all going to join the crusade that's coming? The crusade against AI?
Yeah. I think a substantial number of us.
Are we going to see the reunification of Christianity under the Pope after Leo climbs atop a rock jutting dramatically out of the ground with a Cubs branded baseball bat and calls forth a new crusade?
Sure. I don't necessarily think it'll be a unification in that, like, basically they'll all be Catholic again. I do think it will be a unification in that we'll just all be working towards a common enemy.
It's wild that I can now. I think I could just say I've gotten back into it. I could oppose AI at work on religious grounds.
Yes, you can. You can. That is a
yeah. It's because it's the Latin word.
Yes.
It means like go around, or like it's a Latin word that kind of means newsletter, and it's those declarations. And he said,
the encyclica or whatever.
Yeah, the encyclica goes around. Yeah, encyclica goes around. And because of that, it's actually considered like Catholic doctrine now.
Yeah, it is he's way more conservative than you want him to be because he's the Catholic.
Yeah.
But like, as the Catholic, the man is like pretty progressive. Like, graded on the scale.
Yeah, when I heard we were getting an American Chicago Pope,
yeah,
I had high hopes. And they have not been dashed.
When his response on gay people basically is, I mean, don't do it, but who cares?
Yeah.
Like, hell yeah, dude. And screw AI and go workers' rights.
I can't wait for him to excommunicate J.D. Vance. That's going to be...
He killed the last pope.
He killed the last pope, and then J.D. Vance saw him, and J.D. Vance was like, I'm not going to run anymore. Because I don't want to be the first politician in like 500 years at least to be excommunicated by the church. That's not a thing that happens. That happens in, like, The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
I could be wrong. This could be a story I made up in my head. But didn't they get into, like, Twitter beef?
Yeah.
I mean, that sounds real. Even if it didn't
No, I'm
happen,
pretty sure he was.
that sounds
I'm not
real,
sure if it's
right?
direct beef, like where they're responding to each other.
Sure. But the Pope has, like, publicly
Yeah.
stated, I hate J.D. Vance.
J.D. Vance was on Twitter being like, the Pope's wrong.
Yeah.
Which shows how fake of a Catholic he is. The Pope cannot be wrong.
But then the Pope is just like, I don't like him. I don't think he's a good person.
We're getting that great relationship because, one, he's an American.
Yeah.
So he is aware of this stuff. It affects him, people he knows. And also he's an American, so he's very outspoken about his political beliefs, as all Americans are.
Sure.
And so we get a Pope that's just like, fuck that guy. God, it'd be so funny if like J.D. Vance is like, actually, I'm going to run, and the Pope's like, I'm excommunicating him. Like, what do you do? How do you come back from that?
I guess you just, I don't know. I don't think being Catholic was going to win or lose him the election. I do think being excommunicated would lose him the election.
It would lose him everything.
I think him being Catholic actually has no bearing on, no bearing on
being
his running.
publicly not Catholic anymore.
Yes.
Having-
not being publicly not Catholic, being publicly not allowed to be Catholic.
Having literally, within his religious beliefs, the Word of God declare him no longer Catholic. Because God's representative, this is from God. God said you can't be Catholic anymore.
Oh, we can dream. Oh my
That
gosh.
would be so funny.
I need this to happen.
That'd be the
Listen, Leo,
funniest
if
day.
you're listening, which you're not, but if you're listening,
I mail him CD.
you have the opportunity to do the best thing. You have the opportunity to do maybe the funniest and one of the best things.
Please, I mean,
for this country.
we get so little. It's not 2016 anymore. We get so little politically. That's funny.
Yeah.
I mean, we're gonna have the UFC fight, which I think's gonna be funny.
Which one?
For the 250th anniversary of America, they're building a big stage.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be amusing in the same way that the parade was amusing.
Sure.
Where it's just going to be very sad. Like, the set list is insane.
I've not been keeping up with that.
The set list is like, I saw it described as like a Midwestern VFW's like anniversary party that they bought the performers using Mountain Dew points.
That rules. Speaking of Mountain Dew, I know I messaged you. It's for the 250th anniversary. It's American Dew.
That's
this year.
why.
Yeah, it's to commemorate the 250th. It's American Dew for the time being.
That's insane.
Toby Keith died for this.
Didn't know he was sick.
You were so confused when I texted you. We had full conversations.
I know. I had to apologize to my mom afterwards.
For like weeks
I had to apologize
about
to
Toby
Mom.
Keith.
I'm like, I am your son. I'm sorry. I too just completely forget things. I found the lineup. Also, apparently, there's going to be a NASCAR Grand Prix race through the streets of Washington, D.C. Ready for
How?
They're going to close down streets, and they're going to have...
That's not... Okay. But the thing about a NASCAR race is that it's all in a confined area so that if something goes wrong, the only people who get hurt is the driver.
I mean, everything's going to be closed down. I'm not saying there won't be property damage and the drivers won't die. I think it's going to be very funny. I'm so excited for this race to start in like a minute in. That's too long. 30 seconds in, like all the drivers have crashed.
Also, yeah, the tracks are like basically ovals, constant turning.
Wide.
Like the streets of DC are tight turns.
Yeah, it's because they're built on a necromantic mound.
Yes.
Network, yeah.
Yeah.
The lineup, you ready for this?
Uh-huh.
An I Love the 90s concert with a surviving member of the lip-syncing Girl You Know It's Time duo, as well as one-hit wonders. This is from The Independent, so this is some good writing. One-hit wonders Vanilla Ice, Young MC, and C+C Music Factory. And Milli Vanilli.
Oh, of course.
And Flow Rider.
We're missing out. Why are we not packing our bags already?
I mean, I would love to go. I'd love to be able to watch this race like firsthand. I'd love to stand there with a street hot dog and an American beer and they're like, go, and immediately someone dies and they have to cancel the event. I think that was worth every fucking penny.
So I picked the movie this week.
Glad you agree with that.
Yeah. No, that is kind of the theme of the movie. It's 2011, 2012, somewhere in there.
I thought it was 2010.
No, because World's Greatest Dad was 2009. It's 2011. Written and directed by Bobcat Goldthwait. It's God Bless America.
I will say, like the movie, a bit preachy.
Yeah, 100%.
But I like I agree with the preaching.
Sure.
So I'll allow it.
Yeah.
But there were times where I'm like, holy fuck.
I agree.
You can't be dissing Juno and then going on like this.
I agree.
Shut the fuck up about Alice Cooper.
Oh no, I loved her. That Alice Cooper rant was great. I think the American Idol rant in the opener was a little long. But like great, but like a little long. I think his rant in the hotel room, I forget which one, but like one of his rants in the hotel room goes a little long. Yes, this movie is very preachy, and a little underwritten, and a little rough around the edges.
The acting's not bad. It feels a bit stilted in places.
Sure. Okay.
Like there's something about the delivery of the Alice Cooper rant where I'm like, this is ever so slightly stiff. Maybe not stilted, stiff.
Sure. I feel it's just like it's an actor who doesn't agree with the thing that's being said and hasn't quite figured out how to like emotionally deliver the thing she doesn't agree with.
The dialogue does feel like they're trying to meet a word count sometimes.
Well, yeah, and then yes, and that's a lot easier to understand when you realize that Bobcat Goldthwait is a stand-up comedian and like a writer by trade. And have you seen any of his act? Okay, I love it.
I'll be honest, I still don't believe he's real. I kind of view him as a Rumpelstiltskin figure, given his name.
His name is Robert, but professionally he goes by Bobcat. Because in Boston, him, Tom Kenny, and Barry Crimmins went by Bobcat, Tomcat, and Bearcat.
That kind of rocks.
Yeah, that was their trio. Barry Crimmins was like a little bit older than them as like the big brother, elder
rocks.
Statesman.
I'm about that. I saw my friend as a cat named Water Dog. Mm-hmm. Kind of same energy.
Yeah. Tom Kenny, by the way, in this movie. He's one of the office workers. He's the one who peeks up his head and Joel Murray shoots him. Tom Kenny, who plays SpongeBob SquarePants, has been him and Bobcat Goldthwait have basically been like really good friends since childhood. On Bobcat's most recent comedy record, he and Tom Kenny, he found like cassettes of comedy songs that he and Tom Kenny recorded when they were like 17. Yeah.
I will say this movie did make me realize that you bring a lot of children movies on this podcast.
Bring a lot of what?
Movies with primarily children characters.
Oh, I didn't notice. I would have to look it up.
Well, like this. You can argue Akira.
Sure.
The vampire movie. I mean, what your top number one favorite movie of all time has like 12 children in it.
Sure, but the protagonist is a grown-ass man.
And you're a stand-up comedian.
Yeah.
Check your flight records.
Okay, sure. I think it has more to do with the whole, I don't know, trying to...
We're going to end the podcast next week. Like, there's just not going to be an episode. And the only thing on Instagram is a picture of you with Jeffrey Epstein.
Fuck you. That was funny. Fuck you. So
people are like, why did you cancel it? I'm pretty sure he was the one being fucked. He's a child in that photo.
So, God Bless America follows Joel Murray, Bill Murray's brother, as Frank Murdoch, who is a man suffering from migraines, who hates the world and thinks he's better than everyone, and sometimes isn't, hence being human. I actually think Frank is like a really good protagonist in that he's just as emotionally volatile and immature as everyone else around him. He's just convinced he's right. And so
I would describe that more to the Bonnie than the Clyde.
I mean, yeah, but Roxy as a character is basically like everyone Tumblr in 2011 who they thought they were.
There's really
and I loved
There's
it.
really no difference between like Roxy and Chloe.
Yes, the rich girl.
Yeah. There's like at their core, they're seeking the same thing.
That's part of the point. Yes.
That's my media literacy at work.
Sure. That's part of that is part of the point. And that there's not a lot of difference between like Frank and his neighbor in that they're all seeking the same thing.
Yeah.
Like really the only quote unquote truly good person in this movie is Brad, the stepdad. He's the only one who like isn't a straight up fucking narcissistic evil asshole. But also, we only see him for like a few seconds, so maybe something bad happened. But also, the fact that he is like the only truly pure quote unquote character.
What does Frank do wrong?
And Frank wants him to suffer.
What does Frank do wrong?
Okay. The whole let's murder a child because she's mean. The whole let's murder. I get murdering the Westboro Baptist Church. I get murdering the Tea Party protesters. Correct. Let's murder some people for talking in a movie theater. Emotionally cathartic. In actuality, immature and brash and not the correct decision morally. That kind of is to show Frank as a flawed character.
That's the American mindset. Right
is that he always thinks he's right, but he's taking it like it's the thing when he and Roxy are talking the entire time about people who deserve to die is that like half of these people don't actually deserve to die.
Well, we don't know what they did.
They're just mildly to moderately annoying. But that's part of what makes this interesting is for how preachy Frank is and how preachy this movie is and how preachy like Roxy is at times. They are wrong and they're allowed to be.
Also,
and that's beautiful. That's awesome. That's really good writing.
I think you have a 24-hour grace period after someone tries to kill himself, or if you kill him, it doesn't count.
Okay.
So that's just their delayed suicide. That's a delayed assisted suicide.
So it follows Frank Murdoch. This man has a brain tumor, but we later find out he doesn't, but he thinks he's a brain tumor. He suffers from like chronic, repeated, terrible migraines, and which has given him a general annoyance of the world around him.
Just drank Gatorade.
Yeah.
I had a friend who had like worse than him. Almost near constant migraines. And most of her diet was Gatorade and caffeine pills because that seemed to relieve it.
Sure. Dude has migraines, goes on a killing, basically diagnosed with a brain tumor, which in his head gives him like a free reign to go on a killing spree. Well, first it makes him want to kill himself, and then he sees Chloe on the like My Super Sweet 16 parody. I forget what the names of all the individual programs are, but they're all parodies of American Superstars is American Idol. There's like a Howard Stern style radio show. There's a Tucker Carlson style like quote unquote news program.
I think that's more of a Glenn Beck.
Glenn Beck is the other TV show.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, though when he's driving to work and they're talking about like the horrors and the other stuff, that's Howard Stern.
I was saying instead of Tucker Carlson.
Yeah, there's Tucker Carlson. Then there's the other Glenn Beck. The other guy's Glenn Beck.
You're right.
There's like Real Housewives, Real World.
I don't think I've ever watched a single thing of Tucker Carlson. I just think because I lack so much knowledge of him that I would never draw. I would just loop it in with like, oh, he's like part of the Glenn Beck crew.
But the bigger guy who looks more like Glenn Beck is Glenn Beck. Yeah. Well, I forget the actor who plays the dude who gets killed, but that is Tucker Carlson, especially that era of Tucker Carlson, I think. And another thing I like is the development between Roxy and Frank, how like from Jumpstart, it's never romantic and never becomes romantic, but like it does develop into like a genuine friendship, like a real like,
be a lot different movie if it was romantic.
100%. But that it is like, it's just a genuine, like, I care for this child in a way that I would care for a friend. And is that appropriate for me as a grown man? Even though we've established that I'm not a pedophile, everyone around me is saying that it's weird. Between the two of us, it's not weird.
How do you feel?
At no point is it romantic.
As a noted child lover, how do you feel about it?
It's weird, but like...
Would you be friends with a child?
Me personally, a child I am not related to, or like an outside of like a friend's kid, no. Like Like, I talk to my nephew a lot.
I feel like he could be like a Totoro figure to some child out there.
Sure. Like, I talk to my nephew a lot, and like, if my friends ever had kids, I would be like friendly to them and have like a different relationship than I would have with like my friend, but it would still be professional. Like,
I don't think I've talked to my younger cousin for years.
okay.
Because I show up like to see the family once a year.
Yeah.
And he hasn't been there the past couple years. He's been at his mom's.
I gotcha. But it does develop from like a weird, like, not even adversarial, just like nuisancey, you're a child, to over the course is like, you're a genuine person who I love. Like, I genuinely do love you. It is not romantic. Is it necessarily inappropriate? That's where the line, like, that's where this weird line is. Because at no point do either of them, even when she's asking questions in the Goodwill, she's not like actually asking. I mean, she's asking if he thinks she's pretty, but like not actually asking like, because I'm interested in you. More just like,
he doesn't have Bill Murray's good looks.
Sure. But that's Bobcat Goldthwait's. That's Bobcat Goldthwait talking about Jerry Seinfeld in that moment.
Okay.
Oh, Bobcat Goldthwait and Jerry Seinfeld have decades-long beef. Jerry hates Bobcat Goldthwait
I know that.
because he was one of the people at the time calling him out. And the fact that Jerry was not specifically name dropped makes me feel like he was, and then it was cut out.
It's wild that more people weren't. Like, it was pretty out there.
It was just not.
Was the age gap between him and that girl?
He was 30 something. Let's go 39, 35. Let's even go 35. And she was 17. They started dating when she was 18, 19. They broke up when she was about 21. But yeah, that's what that scene's calling out. And that by the end, he does like grow to love her in a way that like is pure, but also because of their age dynamic, and like they become like almost equals, but at no point does he or she like mess with the dynamic. Like, something about it is just like really works for me in a way that like I don't know how to phrase it, but I think if that dynamic didn't work, basically this entire movie falls apart.
It's like your relationship with Joe.
Sure. I mean, there's not 15 years between us, but sure. There's like
There's
7.
not 15 years?
No, there's like 7 or 8.
I thought he was like 14.
He's 21.
His girlfriend posted a Snapchat in the background. There was a poster of My Chemical Romance, like the Black Parade with the release date on it. And I replied to it, and I was like, I saw that, and I realized you were like 1 when that album came out. And I'm not going to lie, I almost killed myself because I said, oh no, it's classic.
Almost, not quite. I don't know where I was going with this, but yeah, I think that their dynamic is the core of the movie. If that doesn't work, then the whole movie falls apart because both of their philosophies are kind of shit.
Yeah, because if that doesn't work, then the movie's just reams and reams of dialogue intercut by the occasional murder until the end.
Yes.
And if you don't like that dynamic, you're sitting there like, God, they won't shut the fuck up.
Which is, as much as I like the first 25, 30 minutes of this movie, is why it feels slower than all of the rest, is because Roxy's not in it yet.
Yeah.
Like, she doesn't show up until the end of the first act, beginning of the second act. End of the first act. I would say the death of Chloe is the beginning of the second act. I just think that it's a fine line to walk, and that is the thing that Bobcat like does really well in this movie. That for all of this movie's glaring flaws, it is too preachy. It is not consistent in its messaging. It's very messy.
Very messy.
It drags at random points and then is like too fast at random points.
It feels like the movie someone makes right after film school and right before their big commercial hit.
It was made Bobcat Goldthwait at this point, this was his 4th. Yes, because third, technically 4th. He made Shakes the Clown in the early 90s, late 80s, and then 20 years passed, and then he made Sleeping Dogs Lie, which is, I think, the sweetest movie that features bestiality to ever exist. And then
what type of beast?
a dog. It's
nice.
Sleeping Dogs Lie. That's not what the movie's about.
Is someone
but that
fucking
is...
the dog, or is the dog fucking someone?
So it's about a woman who, her freshman year of college, she blows her dog. Doesn't know why. It's just like a weird thing she does. Keeps it a secret forever. Falls in love with the man. Tells the man. He freaks out. And then it's about the nature of like, when is it right or wrong to keep a secret from hurting someone?
That's a lot.
Because everyone is like, everyone keeps secrets from everyone, and how much can one person handle?
Just the description of that movie raises so much questions and thoughts in me. Like, is it weird that when you said blowing the dog instead of like the dog fucked her, I got more revulsion from the idea of blowing the dog than being fucked by the dog? Is that weird?
No.
Okay. Second off,
because there's a participation, I think in your head, like the difference is
it's because like you're servicing the dog. You're not being like, I want to be fucked by a dog.
Maybe.
I'm being some guy. Also, what's the year between blowing dog and telling him about?
Like 15. Like it was like, here's the stupid thing I did as a kid, like as a adult kid.
If someone told me they blew a dog 15 years ago,
like 10 maybe, but still,
even
like
10,
still,
I don't think it would harm the relationship at all. I'd be like, that's fucking weird.
And then
I would move on.
Well, no, that's the thing is like, she thinks that maybe he'll take it well, and he pretends to, and then he doesn't. It actually bothers him. And like, it's the movie is about secrets and when is it okay to let sleeping dogs lie. Yeah, it's a double entendre.
Yeah, I'm not sure it would bother me that much, honestly.
Sure.
For like 10 years ago, it's like, whatever.
Sleeping Dogs Live rules. It's the sweetest movie to feature bestiality.
How
I
is
think
Shakes
that
the
exists.
Clown?
I haven't seen Shakes the Clown. I own Shakes the Clown. I haven't seen Shakes the Clown.
You own a clown movie?
Because I own all of Bobcat Goldthwait's
Have you
movies.
seen it?
No.
Oh yeah, you just said that. Yeah, you bought
And
it.
then-
I'll never watch this, but I must have the complete collection.
Yes, I agree. He follows it up with World's Greatest Dad, which is a genuinely fantastic movie about Robin Williams playing a poetry teacher while a high schooler kills himself. It's weird that happens twice. Where my review of it on
Is it about
Letterboxd,
there being a poetry?
he is a poetry teacher.
Okay.
His son autoerotic asphyxiates himself, that he pretends is a suicide and writes his suicide note and writes his journal to like, he more or less profits off of his son's accidental death that he pretends is a suicide.
Okay.
And that in the end, it's a really good movie. It's a really good performance.
When you first said like the summary of that, I thought it was about Robin Williams, presumably playing Robin Williams.
I mean, playing a version of Robin Williams.
Playing in movie a poetry teacher.
Yes.
Well, then the whole time the movie's happening, a kid is murdering himself.
No, well, the suicide happens about 30 minutes into the movie.
That makes a lot.
Much like the murder happens about 30 minutes into this movie. Bobcat Goldthwait's as weirdly paced and like babbly as his movies can be, he is like very beholden to act structure. That I feel like if instead of the inciting incident being the end of the first act, if it were like midway through the first act is the inciting incident of the movie, I think that the murder should have been the inciting incident.
I mean, he has
not
weird
the end of
pacing.
the
It's
first
a bit
act.
shaky.
Yeah.
It's a bit shaky in construction. I think I'd rather have someone too beholden.
But I agree. I would rather have someone too beholden. But I do think like a lot of the issue with this movie, not even this movie, but Bobcat Goldthwait in general, but specifically we're talking about this movie. The movie doesn't start until the first act is done, where I feel like if he shortened the first act or even moved the murder into like the 20-minute mark, he gets the brain tumor diagnosis, immediately goes into the murder, but without the long stretch of like me, like, do I kill myself? Like, have that scene, but make it quicker. And then a lot of the first act is like, this is really good. Shorten it. This is really good. Make it quicker.
I mean, my own taste. Despite my great love of all my own projects starting like a Greek play.
Yeah.
Which almost all, I really am like, everything I've written starts like we're setting up a Greek, like a classic Greek thing. That's just how I like to write. I do prefer in media res for things. Mm-hmm. I like starting directly, or what I really like, and you can't do it all the time or it'd become overused. I really like the like, this is happening, and then we go back.
Yeah. And we
I
even
was playing a
like-
video game that
yeah.
did that recently.
Oh, hell yeah.
We were playing as not the main character, and there's this thing, and then there's all this stuff, and you see all these characters from the previous one because it's a sequel, and there's all this stuff happening, and then like it hits this crescendo point of action, and then it cuts to several weeks earlier.
Oh,
I'm
hell
like,
yeah.
oh.
I mean, we even get a little bit of like Frank as an unreliable narrator in the beginning when Karen with like at the office when he gets fired for sexual workplace harassment, in that in his head it's innocent, but at the same time he broke into company records to find this woman's address to mail her flowers to her home address because she was having a bad day. Like, in his head, all of those steps seemed appropriate, but they're really not. And like, even at that moment, like Frank, when he's asking for the book, he's indignant. Like Frank feels like he's been slighted, when in actuality, like maybe if this were a first incident, I don't know if we go directly to firing, but that's whatever. But
it's just a boy being a boy. What's wrong with it?
Breaking into company records to find someone's home address is bad.
I think breaking into company records is 100% okay.
I mean, I'm not
morally.
I think it's morally neutral. I think it all depends on like why, and I think finding someone's personal home address makes that bad. Even if like in his head his intentions were pure.
Why is like look in the phone book? There's still phone books. No, it's 2010. Were there still phone books in 2010?
I have a phone book now.
Yeah, but I mean like commonly.
Do phone books label apartment numbers? They may label the complex, but do they label the numbers?
Yeah, I don't know.
But this is a movie that when I show people, or I'm rarely in the room when they watch it, but I tell people to watch it and then they come back to me. They're very split.
Yeah, I can see that.
Almost universally, this is a preachy movie, which it is. I think this movie is kind of preachy in a similar way that like Vice is preachy. Just in a different.
I think Vice is preachy, but it's not coming from the characters the entire movie.
Sure. No, that's just coming from the writer director being like, you get it, right? You get it, right? You get the point I'm making, right? You get the point.
I don't think it's as loud as you thought it was.
Okay.
There is the final scene, which I think is it's like the final scene where Dick Cheney talks to the camera was the entire movie.
Fair enough. I see this movie as preachy, but I also
these
love
two
it.
characters are constly.
I know, and it rules.
Being like, you get it, right?
As much as these people hate, as much as like they hate the Diablo Cody style, like whatever, is that they very much live in that Diablo Cody stylized dialogue world.
It feels like Bobcat's like, you get it right. Is like you said, you get it right. You listen to my mouthpieces. You understand? You get it? You understand? You don't? Okay, they're gonna talk for a long time. Do you understand now?
See, I don't get the you get it right. I get Bob when I watch those scenes, I imagine Bobcat at the computer basically rewriting his stand-up act, being like, I'm so funny and smart. Not necessarily like, I hope they get my point.
Like, Bobcat, I know show not tell is not like a hard rule.
Nah, listen,
but like it's like a first draft rule.
No, I disagree. I think it's great.
Like you're allowed a little telling and not showing as a treat, but like the whole movie,
it rules.
Just being like the characters being like, I'm about to. It's the same feeling you get when like you're in like a socialist hangout and like everyone's just kind of chill and probably talking about something completely unrelated. And then, like, even during, like, when they're talking about policy things, it's more like a conversation. And then one person starts verbally, like, dictating their, like, really bad manifesto at you. Where it's like your heart's in the right place, but you're you're like a fucking child, probably.
Nah, listen, there are glaring flaws with this movie. None of them bother me. Like, this is a weird case of, like, it has a lot of the things in movies that, like, I don't like, but at the same time...
I think it's just because it's written by a stand-up comedian.
No, I didn't know it was written by a stand-up comedian the first 2 or 3 times I watched it. There's just... This movie holds a very distinct honor of being one of, like, 3 movies I've seen twice in one day. I watched it twice today, but not just today. But, like, there's just something... When the credits roll, my immediate first thought is... I'm gonna watch that again. This is one of the few. Actually, I think this is one of two movies that the other one being School of Rock, which I like School of Rock a hell of a lot more, and I genuinely
It
think
does
School
feel
of Rock
like
is a
an
better
insane
movie.
thing.
But like, this is one of like two movies I've watched back to back. Like, credits rolled, and I just started the movie again.
That's nuts to me. I can understand watching it like again the next day, being like, that movie's really good, I want to watch it again. But being like, time to rewind, I'm gonna watch it again is nuts. Like there's even movies like when Once Upon a Time in Hollywood came out. I think I saw it like 4 times one week because like I want to see it again. I think my friends really like this movie, so I just kept bringing friends with me to watch this movie with me. But like I wasn't like, back into the theater I go, another round please. Can I get another round, Mr. Ticket Man?
It's just something about everything about this movie that
and this movie
just
specifically
speak like something about it like in my brain reacted in a way that I'm just like, I could watch this.
I need to hear the rambling a
Again?
second time.
Yeah, dude.
Immediately.
Yeah, dude. Truly, it is not the best of his movies. I don't even think it's my favorite of his movies. That probably goes to World's Greatest Dad. Almost certainly goes to World's Greatest Dad. But you are right in that this is a very like amateurishly filmmaker, like film schooly style of movie. I mean, all of his movies feel like that in that they're all like very low. He's doing a lot with like a lot of low budget. This movie also has a lot of the same actors as like all of his movies have like he has a recurring cast. Which are just friends he's made in his decades as a stand-up. But it's just something about it, and I don't know what it is. It's just something about it tickles me in a way that I'm like, I could go for another round of that. And I have. I don't know if it's not every time. It's not like every time I watch it twice in a row, but it has been like the first couple times I watched this movie were back to back, and I can't.
It's nuts.
It's yeah, but it worked for me. This movie works for me in a way that like it shouldn't technically like.
I was sitting next to
I
someone ever
acknowledge
watched a movie
all of its flaws,
and they immediately restarted the movie. I'm not sure what my reaction would actually be. I'm not sure if I could. It would be a bit before I think I could form. I'd be so bamboozled. I'd be like, what are you doing? Like, that was really good. I could go for another round. I'd be like, what?
Okay. I hear a lot of people online outside of the preachiness, their biggest issue with this movie is Roxy's a character and they find her annoying. And I have never once found her annoying. Never like in the a dozen plus times I've seen this movie.
But yeah, you have a deep
I have never once found her annoying.
Love and acceptance for children.
I find I saw this as a child the first time. Like I didn't get what Bobcat was doing with her the first few times. As an adult, I get like the tropes that she's playing, but I never once like I found her to be as insufferable as whatever. And I think some of it has to do with misogyny and the way we view female characters, especially like ulty, like not that she's ulty, but like less blonde hair, blue eye type woman. I think that has something to do with it. I think some of it has to do with we view teenagers in general as not full people and like whatever. I think it's just a combination of a bunch of things. But I never, like when I was a teenager, I thought she was misguided, but like even young, I'm like, your
I don't think
net is too wide, but
I didn't have like sand in my bonnet over it, but she was kind of annoying. But it's in the way that like a teenager who thinks they're right is.
Sure. I've always found her character to have enough charm to pull it off.
Like it's just a universal fundamental
Teenagers
law
are a little
of
annoying,
nature that there's very few things as annoying as a teenager who thinks they're right.
I don't know. I just think for as messy as this movie is, it works. And I think that's kind of a magic trick because it's messy.
Yeah.
There's some catharsis, and I wish that they focused a little more on the politically driven kills instead of montaging them and focusing on the weird, annoying, like nuisance kills. I think that's kind of a flaw for as much as this movie wants to have like a big like political satirical message. Pull your punch. by not focusing on the Westboro Baptist Church or the Tea Party protesters as much as you're focusing on the movie theater people. We get a little bit of the Tucker Carlson, but even then it gets undercut with a joke. I think if... And I don't know if this would be a good or like a pro or a con for the movie, but I think like showing the ideology on both sides as deeply and with as much conviction as he has, and then letting the audience judge for themselves like which ones are justified would be like an interesting decision. Well, I feel like he kind of just like, these people are annoying me, so they deserve to die. Also, these people like literally deserve to die, but I'm only going to show you that in a weird montage. We're not going to focus on them. Like, it just, I don't know. I feel like it pulls its punch, and I don't love that. But even then, it doesn't bother me enough to like get my feathers that riled, you know?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Also, I just think it would have been cool, like awesome and cathartic to watch Joel Murray kill the Westboro Baptist Church.
I mean, you got that in Kingsman.
Sure, but I wanted it in this movie. Like, what are we? It happened in another movie, but we're not talking about that movie. We're talking about this movie.
Just, I mean, you have a degree, and that just splice it in. Can I pitch a movie that just came to my head? Like a concept of one?
Sure.
I don't know what about talking about the Westboro Baptist Church got me to this point. I've completely forgotten. I had the train of thought, gone. I don't know how to get back from where I came. I'm lost. Please send help. I'm scared. What about like a movie? I think it's because I was like, man, they should have really did more 9/11 stuff. But what about a movie about 9/11, right? A very like drama movie?
Sure.
Like about the tragedy of it all. But it's from like the perspective of Osama bin Laden.
Okay.
Like, you know how there's the one movie about like Margaret Thatcher dealing with the Falklands War?
Yeah.
Like that, but it's Osama bin Laden.
So
Would you see that movie? Would you go see the movie where it's like set up like a Beautiful Mind or something, or like Oppenheimer, where the drama is about Osama bin Laden being worried he can't pull this off, and like we have the triumphant score when the towers fall? I haven't slept much this week.
Wrapping up, final. Do you have anything else to say about God Bless America 2011?
Well, you know, if you like this movie, you should go see in the future God Bless America 2028. God Bless America, the story of an American hero. No, there's not like too much. There's not much to it story wise, in my opinion.
I mean, the ending rules. It's
Yeah,
a
the
great
ending's
emotional.
good.
It's a great emotional arc.
I like
It's
that
a
he
very
goes guns
catharsis.
akimbo because he's not really aiming. He's just
Yeah.
trying to spray as much as possible.
I like that. I do love the end of like, you are a pretty girl.
Why
and
doesn't
he's
actually
like,
hold down
"Thanks
the?
for-"
Isn't that like an automatic? It looks like an automatic gun to me.
The AK's an automatic. I don't know if
Yeah,
his
that's
handgun.
the thing that really annoyed me in this movie.
What?
The only thing I was like, Jesus Christ, she's like going click, click, click with the AK. Just hold it down. It's an automatic weapon.
It's 2 seconds before she gets murked, dude. I don't.
Maybe she wouldn't get murked if she was
She was
spraying
gonna
with
get
the
murked.
Yeah, because she's shooting one bullet out of an AK
No,
at a
she
time.
was gonna get murked because they were outnumbered. That's kind of the entire
They're
thing
outnumbered,
about
yes.
that scene.
But they have the force multiplier of an automatic weapon.
The sale scene of the AK is quoting Jackie Brown. I think Bobcat Goldthwait just wanted to quote Jackie Brown in that scene. I think he was just like, this is a cool idea. I want to do it. I do. Yeah. I like the emotional arc that like in the end, when he's like, you are a pretty girl, like is like the closest that he can say to I love you that is not like an inappropriate whatever, because it isn't an inappropriate. It really is like a true platonic love, but there is a weird power dynamic. But I also like that he can say something like that and it's not weird. Like there is like a vulnerability, earnest sincerity in that moment. I think because their dynamic works so well, this movie works for me, that like I'm willing to ignore all of the messiness.
It's like how I'm willing to annoy messiness if the person's a woman.
Yes. But like, because this core tenet of the movie works so well for me and fires on all cylinders, like
Yeah, like me and women.
the driving force works for me.
I understand completely what you mean.
All right. And on that note, do you want to do socials?
Yeah, if you want to casting suggestions for God Bless America 2028. So you can send those to 2 Men Movie Podcast at gmail.com. I'm thinking for Osama, what's his name? What's his first name? Patel?
Dev Patel?
Yeah, I'm thinking Dev Patel. I think it is. So don't send me. I guess if you really have something you want to pitch for Osama, you can send it to me. But I'm looking for like other characters. If you want to see the storyboards, I'll be putting those up on 2 Men Movie Podcast on Instagram. And if you want to watch the trailer when it drops, along with the many other trailer for many other projects, 2 Men and a Movie Podcast on YouTube.
Store in the show description. Marvin the Movie Walrus, I'm gonna be honest, he probably gives this a fin up. He's like, it's good, it's fine, it works. But
like a strong fin up. He gives it like a yeah.
Like, yeah, it works. Yeah, you can. This is ridiculous. You can find me on Instagram at harrisonpool.com.
That's ridiculous.
Just everything about this. Harrisonpool.com. That's HARRISONPOOLEDOTCOM. Harrisonpool.com. Or you can find me on Letterboxd at HDPOOLE124, where I think I gave this movie 4 stars. I'm pretty comfortable giving this movie 4 stars. I think in my review is more critical, but I think my end result is like, I like this movie. It just works for me. The Substack is Harrison Pool's Routine Maintenance. We're officially into the first week of my willful unemployment. So if you're a comedy booker, I have shows booked, but like I can fill in some gaps in my schedule. So like if you're a comedy booker or a venue owner or like a touring guy looking for an opener, that you can reach out to me at harrisonpoolcomedy@gmail.com.
Do you think it's too meta? Because we're ending on The Towers Falling. If I put Black Parade...
See, I thought you were ending on The Towers Falling and the last shot was going to be Gerard Way on the train. I thought that was... in my head, that was the last shot.
Like a reverse Robert Patterson.
Yeah.
I don't know, because we cut that, we could just do like... It's
played by Gerard Way because he looks the same that he did when he was
hasn't changed at all.
26.
He had the moment where he got bigger, and now he's back to just being the same.
Yeah.
I like the idea of just kind of like the final shot of like Thanos at the end of Endgame, where he's just happy in the sunrise, like that's Osama bin Laden, and like we start when the towers fall, and then we play into the credits Black Parade.
Well, in my head, it was towers fall. We cut to the subway where a young cartoonist sees the towers fall, and then the Black Parade plays.
What if when the towers are falling, we start playing, we cut to Gerard Way, then we cut back to Osama bin Laden with the sun, and so that way you're realizing the intent that he is the savior of the broken, the beaten, and the damned.
Or instead of Black Parade, we do Skylines and Turnstiles.
Maybe we'll focus test it.
Anyway.
Which one of these most inspires a feeling of heroic perseverance in you?
I do another podcast with my brother called Same Movie Every Week, where we just put out our 21st episode, which is like our halfway point check-in. We were gonna do it next month, but we have like bigger stuff now that I'm not willfully unemployed. I have time, so we have like some bigger episodes, so we decided to pull that back a month to like check in where we are with the movie and the podcast.
I'm so sad I don't have a movie out that you could put on that podcast next year.
But
would you watch a movie I made every day, every week?
Maybe not every week for a full.
What was it in theaters? What if it went in theaters?
I would review it for sure.
You put on why wouldn't you watch it every week?
I'm not gonna watch it every. Well, it depends on if I like it enough. So that's Same Movie Every Week wherever you can find podcasts. I think that's it for plugs.
2028, Same Movie Every Week. God Bless America, the story of an American hero.
Thank you so much to Tristan Hostetter for our theme music. Thank you guys for listening. Tune in next week for Tag 2015. I'm very excited. I haven't seen it in a couple years, and I want to know if it still rules. So long and good night.
Hugs and kisses.
This is Matthew and Harrison's 2 Men in a Movie. It's not, but it sounds.